What is up, y'all? We are back with another GTA 6 video. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So to get into this, I want to talk about how GTA 6 can actually mess up gaming, guys. Now, to get into it, we know that GTA 6 is projected to be one of the biggest release, if not the biggest release, when it comes to video games. Now, when you look at games now, we don't have too many games that people are addicted to. I know people still play Warzone and Call of Duty, things like that, and 2K. But, Grand Theft Auto is a different caliber. It's a different beast. It's very addicting, and you get invested in it the moment you start playing. At least I do. So to get into this game is projected to come out next year, 2025, in fall time. And I want to say a lot of games that comes out in 2025, they have to definitely buckle down and potentially give us these games early, because there's no point of releasing a game near Grand Theft Auto 6 just because the whole world is going to be playing. A lot of streamers already are announcing that they're going to be playing Grand Theft Auto, and this is Grand Theft Auto 6, guys, that's going to be taking place in Miami, Florida, Vice City, whatever you want to call it. So this is definitely projected to be one of the biggest Grand Theft Autos, one of the biggest releases. I don't know if you guys remember when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, but that's all I was hearing about. Grand Theft Auto 5 for like 2 years straight, probably 3. It just took over game, and then once we got involved in online, it was really game over. So yeah, I think people need to either start working on earlier releases for their games that come out in 2025, even in 2026, to be honest. You got to just start pushing those games out right now, because Grand Theft Auto is going to hurt a lot of video games. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to hurt a lot of sales. It's going to hurt you just a lot of promotion and things like that, because everyone's going to be focused on getting prepared for Grand Theft Auto 6. I know I am. This game right here, especially if they're adding things like we're hearing to be rumored community, like those 3-on-3 basketball modes and all this, upgrading NPCs and weaponry, this can potentially be the best Grand Theft Auto in the franchise. And I'm going to say, I already think that it's going to be the best. I mean, the competition it only has, in my opinion, is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. But to push forward with this, we've seen the trailer and things like that where it has some details with Lucia being shown, not too much with Jason. Now, we've been hearing in the GTA community that if you look in the trailer, the first trailer we got, kind of look at it backwards, it reveals a lot. It kind of reveals the story on what's going to happen. Now, if you kind of sit here and think about it, it does make sense, because when you see, I mean, this is just us speculating and everything, just talking about a rumor that's in the community. But in the end of the trailer, we see that Jason and Lucia kicks open a corner store door with pistols like they're robbing it. And we see them walking through the store. Now, I will say that it does make sense when you look at it, because in the beginning of this trailer, we actually see Lucia being in prison and talking to someone about getting released on parole and things like that. Now, I could say that it can start off, how this is going to be, in the end, and how the end of the trailer was them, eventually getting caught and things like that. And that's the end of the video game with Lucia being locked up. Now, it does make sense, but I will say I'm leaning more towards Grand Theft Auto being Lucia is the opening of the video game, and then she gets put out on parole, and then she begins to be doing things bad when she's on parole. She shouldn't be doing anything, and Jason could potentially be an undercover cop, and he rats out Lucia, or they're just working together, and Lucia gets carried away, and Jason's trying to pull away, but Lucia's not letting him. That's why we get that scene where she's saying, trust, like, come on, we got to stay together and stuff like that. But overall, I definitely think Lucia is going to be the main character. A lot of people are starting to think that she's not. I mean, it wouldn't even make sense. They're showing us her in the trailer, so it makes sense for her to actually be the main character in Grand Theft Auto 6. So I definitely think she's going to be the main character. I think it's going to be something where she's in charge and Jason's the follower and things like that, if the reveal happens where it's no undercover cop and stuff like that. But I definitely can see that happening where you have to pick one to survive, similar to how Trevor and Franklin and Michael was. But I can be wrong. Overall, like I said, I'm having so much faith with this game, just off the stuff that I'm hearing. Nothing's confirmed, but it's just us getting hyped as fans. But just kind of looking into Miami, the actual place, and seeing all the things they have, like the real life things, and how stuff is kind of put together down in Miami with the boulevard, the strips, the beaches, the nightlife, and you kind of merge that into a video game. That's going to be insane. Like the gangs and everything, just in the music. I don't hear no one talking about the music now, like the hip hop music and stuff we have nowadays. Like, especially a lot of Florida rappers. I can see a lot of Florida rappers having their music in this game, such as Rod Wave, you know, Kodak, and things like that. So, I definitely can see this game being crazy. I cannot wait, but unfortunately, I think it's going to mess up a lot of releases for video games, just because if I was one of those companies that wanted to release a game, I'm waiting. It's no point. No offense. It's no competitor out there with Grand Theft Auto 6. It's over with. It's over and done. I think the first trailer is at over 200 million views right now. That's insane. That's just the first trailer. So imagine when we get the second trailer, bro. Like, it's over. Game over. So I feel like it's probably good for us gamers that we're going to potentially be getting games released a little early, possibly, if not just late and delayed. I'm telling you guys, remember I said this. I can be wrong, though. Remember that I can be wrong. I'm no one. But it's either we're going to be getting releases for games early, or we're going to get a lot of bad news where games are being delayed. I think people right now are just trying to wait it out, because we already got one delay with Grand Theft Auto 6 basically getting pushed back to the fall. I mean, it wasn't even a delay for it. They just kind of confirmed, like, hey, fall of 2025. At first we were thinking like early, you know, spring of 2025, but now we got the official date of fall 2025. So the time frame at least. So I mean, anything can happen. It could be another pushback, unfortunately. I mean, I just expect the worst when it comes to stuff like this, because Grand Theft Auto is going to be a huge game. I'd rather have, you know, a game that's put together very well, good to good, instead of good to bad. You know what I'm saying? Just having the game all in, just a great game with no bugs and stuff like that, and just them being able to do everything they want. So definitely, guys, comment down below. Do you think Grand Theft Auto 6 will mess up releases for video games that are up and coming? And what are you looking forward to most for Grand Theft Auto 6? Do you think that Grand Theft Auto 6 will change gaming forever? Comment down below, guys. Unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want y'all to hit me up on my Instagram at I Like Gaming, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace, guys.